It's finally here. This is my new electric bike. This is the V70 and it was sent over by my friends from 𝐬𝐮𝐬𝐫𝐿, and this is going to be a really great bike because this is my first 52-volt bike and it has a rather unique design. So we're going to go ahead and open it up, show you everything that comes in it, then I'll go through the full assembly process. I don't know why, but I love revealing the packaging. I like to see how every bike is uniquely packaged in there. Let's start from left to right. Now you have the toolkit instruction manual, which is very, very basic. It has basic instructions, but I'm going to go into depth as I put it together. Phone holder, license plate, rear view mirrors, your charger, that's a 58.8 volt charger at 2 amps, your pedals, your extra foot pegs, and that's for if you have a passenger or you want to put your feet to the back while you're riding. It comes with a little padlock, then kickstand, front fender, air pump, front tire. So step one, believe it or not, is removing the battery and charging it. The keyhole is right here to the back. Insert the key, and if you twist, it's not going to stay. So you want to twist it, and then with your other hand, we're going to be pulling the battery backwards in a motion like this. The battery comes straight off like that, and then we'll go ahead and charge it right there. So a couple things about the front tire as we put this on. Want to inflate it slowly to make sure that it's seated along the rim evenly and that one side is not tucked in too far and one side is sticking up. Then the valve stem is a very big thing to pay attention to. You want to make sure it's pointed down. If the tire has slid back a little bit, if you notice it's pointing left, that could cause it to tear, and we want that to be pointed pretty much straight down. So I'm going to inflate it a little bit and work the tube in there and make sure that it's seated on the rim nicely before I install it onto the front forks. This is a directional tire, and you can see this is the arrow, which means if the bike was rolling forward, it would roll in this direction. But it makes it easy because the brake disc is on this side and the brake caliper, you can see right there, is on the left fork. Make sure to remove your brake spacer so that the brake pads are free and clear when the disc goes in. And then when you're reassembling, you want this little washer with the tab going up. And that's basically like a torque arm. Then you go this washer and then the keeper nut. So you're gonna put this on and then do the other side exactly the same. Make sure when you tighten these up that you don't over tighten them, but tighten them to where they're snug. For the rest of the installation to go smoothly, I'm gonna go ahead and install the kickstand. So your kickstand goes on the left side of the bike. Kickstand goes behind the mounting plate and screws right into the kickstand. Now, I did want to show that there is Loctite on this bolt, which is a good sign, so it's going to hold pretty well, and you have a nut that goes on the back. So the kickstand is installed and the bike can stand up on its own. I also installed that rear foot peg, and I'm going to go ahead and do the other side, and we'll move on to the pedals. Now when it comes to pedals, believe it or not, people actually do this wrong. So if you look on the end here, it says right and left. And if you're not sure or these stickers are missing, it's imprinted on the pedal itself. And then on the actual arm here, it says left and tells you the direction. It also tells you direction here. So we're on the left side, take the left pedal, and it says turn it counterclockwise. So once it gets started, then we can take our wrench and turn it, get it the rest of the way on the bike. Before I mount the handlebars, I don't want all these wires going around the suspension just because it's going to be too tight when I turn left. So I'm going to run them through the middle. The best spot, at least in my head, would be to go all the way through the bottom. But we're going to run them through the middle because that's the easiest. I'm going to remove this clamp. It's very easy. All you do is unscrew your stem. This comes straight off. Loosen this clamp. This comes straight off. Put your wires in, put them back. Last, we put the spacer and the handlebar mount, and then we're ready to put the handlebars on. Now, I'm not going to tighten this one all the way because I want to make sure that everything is straight, but I'm going to put it on there nice and snug. And again, everything, all these bolts and stuff, I'm going to check after the first ride because I want to make sure that nothing has come loose and that it's at the right amount of torque. So once your handlebars are installed, this is a good time to get the angle right on your bars, get the angle right on your display, and make sure everything is nice and plugged in. If it's not, they have little arrows on both sides that make it easy to plug it in. I know the throttle wasn't plugged, so I plugged that in, but everything looks good. So the last few steps include installing the front fender and the side mirrors. That's up to you if you want to do that. There's a little rubber piece included in the toolkit for it to fit right on the bars. You want to put that in there and it'll fit whether you put them up or down. I'm not going to be using these right now. So we're done. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it on and show you all the controls and how it works. So turning the bike on is very simple. You don't need any tools, any keys, nothing. All you do is turn the battery on. That'll turn the display on, and then your power button right here on your controls. Hold that down and your screen will turn on. Now I know some people really want keys and a way to lock up the bike. That's very simple. They come with these NFC cards. All you do is pass it right on the top and it'll lock it. So it locks it in park. If you turn it off or you turn it back on, it'll stay in park. And you either need the NFC to turn it back on, or you can hit in a code. The factory code is 0, so you press up, then the power button and go to 0, 0, 0, 0. Code though. There you go. So unlock it. Now let's go over all the controls and functions of the bike. So we'll start on the left, work our way to the right. You have your headlight. You can see headlight turn on right there. Turn signals. So if you turn to the right, the signal in the back will turn to the right, turn to the left, turn to the left, but you want to keep that right in the middle when you're not using it. Here's your horn. Then right here is your different buttons to cycle through different modes and to turn it on. So if you already have it powered on, if we press up, that'll go through the different pedal assist modes all the way to 5. That also is your speed limiter. So if you're on 1 or even 0, if you put it on 0, you turn the throttle, nothing will happen. And so if you turn it up to 1, that'll be minimum speed, all the way up to pedal assist 5, which would be your top speed, which the company is claiming 35 miles an hour. Now, if you press the power button, you can see it'll switch from average, max speed. It'll go to the odometer, then back to average. So average speed, max speed, and then it'll have your trip here, odometer here, battery, speed, pedal assist, ready to go. Also, cool little thing that you might not notice is if you tilt the display back right under here, is a USB Type-C port. So you can charge your cell phone right from your bike. Now this bike is equipped with Logan hydraulic brakes. These are mineral oil brakes, and I really like the streamline, how thin these are. When you squeeze your brakes, it has a nice good pull. As you can see, you have a good gap to where it's not going to be on my fingers if I do use 2 fingers. And when you pull the brake, it actually has a brake light, so the tail light is going to come on every time you pull that brake. On this side is your Shimano shifter. So you push this lever or this lever to shift up and down, and then you have a half twist throttle. Whoa, gotta be careful. But you have your half twist throttle here to make the bike go. So that's it, it's all together. The 𝐬𝐿 V70. I think this is a great design. Again, my first 52 volt bike. It's 52 volts, 23.4 amp hours. Maximum capacity is 330 pounds. It has a top speed they're claiming of 35 and a range of a minimum of 60 miles. So this is something I'm gonna have to test out, but I think this bike is definitely up to the challenge. It has dual suspension in the rear and the front, so it's nice the fact that it has dual shocks versus one. The 2,000 watt hub motor is gonna be enough power to really get up and go, at least I feel. Now, for my height and weight, I'm 180 pounds. I'm 5'7", so you can see kind of how I sit on it. And I think it's going to be just a fun bike overall to ride, whether I'm riding by myself or you can see they have a nice little cushion back here with the foot pegs so I can put somebody on the back, or if I'm riding with the pegs down, I can ride like this. It has 20-inch tires, so these are more of a fat tire than a mountain bike tire, so they're a little skinnier. And I really like this design. It's definitely something that's going to turn heads and people are going to see. So yeah, it was a simple build. Really easy to get up and going. Oh, it also works with the 𝐬𝐿 app, and so that's really cool. The app shows you mileage, and it just Bluetooths to the bike, and so it gives you the same thing: battery meter, speed, distance, and you can compare some of your rides with the other people that have 𝐬𝐿 bikes out around the country. So I think this is gonna be a fun bike. Can't wait to test it, and 𝐬𝐿 definitely did a great job with the V70.